Hi students, good morning. I hope you're going to enjoy the last and final challenge as a part of the selection process. This is pretty exciting. So you're going to be getting this Google Sheet link. So once you get this Google Sheet link, you'll have to follow these instructions. So the first instruction is to make a copy of the template sheet. So you have a template sheet here, right? So just right click and click on duplicate. Right click and click on duplicate. Then you can change your name, right? Let's say I'm changing my name to Tarun. And then right click and click on protect the sheet. So what did I do first? I right click and clicked on duplicate. Once I duplicate, I right click and clicked on rename. So then I renamed it to my name. Step 1, right click, duplicate. Then step 2, change my name. Step 3, protect the sheet. So in the protect the sheet, I just click on, this opens here on the right side. I click on set permissions. Once I click on set permissions, only you, and done. So with this, what is happening is I've created a sheet and nobody else can enter this sheet except me, right? And now we have to use this format of the sheet to make a quiz. So I hope you followed the instructions. So step 1, what did I do? I made a copy of the template, right click and duplicate. Step 2, I renamed the sheet with my name. Step 3, I clicked on right click and said protect the sheet and then change the permission so that only I can edit it. Now I have to follow the template to make my quiz. So in your article, you would have written a lot of ideas. So your main idea, main concept, you can write it in the principal section. For example, in my article, let us say my concept was a team with good strategy will win the game and not a team with more players. So in my article, I wrote that it is not a team with more players, but it is a team with good strategy which wins the game. Whether you have 100 players or 1,000 players or 1 million players doesn't matter. What matters is, do you have a good strategy? This was the principle which was explained in my article, let us say. So now I need 2 examples for it. So my first example is in the Battle of Panipat. So many soldiers defeated so many other soldiers of Ibrahim Lodi because they used their weapons and their archers very smartly. This is just for example, not accurate numbers. But let's say my example was in Battle of Panipat, less number of Babar soldiers defeated more soldiers of, say, Ibrahim Lodi by smartly. So it is the strategy which mattered and not the numbers. Now this is an example to explain the concept in the article. So in your article, you would have written an a concept. For that concept, you'll write 2 examples. So let's say another example is Rajasthan Royals won the 2008 IPL, even though they didn't have many great players, by using the strategy, right? So now I have examples. So now what I'll do is, using my examples, I'll write 4 scenarios, 4 places where I can use my concept. So let's say one usage of my concept is choose a good strategy and don't blindly take many players. Let's say this is an instruction or an idea which I'm taking from the principle. Or another example is having 3 good players is better than having 10 bad players. And let's say another situation is two strong soldiers with a good strategy is better than 5 average soldiers. Good players with a good strategy. So like this, I can write my example of the concept. Let's say scenario 4, I'll copy same as scenario 1. Now what I'll do in trespass is I'll slightly twist the sentence. So I'll twist the sentence and say, you need a good strategy. You don't need good players. Is the trespass same as scenario? No, I twisted it. I made it look similar, but it's not the same. So as you can see, once you make the trespass, your question and answer get auto created there. And here, another thing, and let's say trespass 2, I'll copy the option directly. This one also I'll copy it directly. Fourth one I'll twist a bit. Let's say fourth one I'll copy directly. Third one I'll twist a bit. Two soldiers with a strong. Two soldiers are always worse than 5 soldiers. So let's review what we did so far. We wrote one idea. We wrote one idea from the article, and then we wrote 2 examples based on the idea to understand the idea well. Why did we write 2 examples? We wrote the 2 examples so that we can understand the idea well. Then what did we do? We wrote 4 situations where we can use this idea. 4 situations where we can use this idea. Okay, now I'll use a simpler example just for your understanding. Here I'll use a simpler example. Big and strong plants are called trees. In my article, I wrote big and small plants are called trees. Example 1, let's say, is mango tree is very big and can withstand huge winds. Is very strong. So I wrote an example that mango is a tree because it is very big. And let's say I can say coconut tree is also big and strong. Now situation. Mango plants are mango trees are big and strong. Coconut trees are big, not as strong as mango trees, but strong. Let us say jackfruit trees are very big, very strong. Fruits are also very big. That's a situation where I'm bringing this. Now, in the trespass, what I'll do is maybe first one, I'll use it as it is. Fourth one, I'll say mango trees are big but not strong. And third one, I'll say here I'll make a small change. Jackfruit trees are big and jackfruits are also big. Coconut is not a tree because it is not as strong as mango. So I made small changes based on the principles. Now, when I make small changes based on the principles, my options get generated. So on the right side, when you can see, a question is getting generated and the options are getting generated. So this way, you can make your own quiz by using the format, right? And in case you're not understanding some parts of it, just please ask your questions on the WhatsApp group. We may invite you to Zoom and we will explain you, how to do it. It's fun to make your own quiz. It's fun to make your own questions. We hope you enjoy making your own questions so you can challenge your friends with it. And after this is done, you create one more subsheet. And in the subsheet, you can copy paste your article which you've written. You can copy paste your article which you've written. And you can rename it as your name space article. Right? Copy paste your article here, rename it as your article. And right click, protect the sheet. And again, set the permission. Only you can edit. Got it? These are the instructions that you'll follow these steps to make your own quiz, and you'll follow the steps to write your own article. I hope you guys have fun with this activity.